Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little different. We haven't done a freeze-dried option in a while, so this is another one from AlpineAire, a creamy potato cheddar soup. A hearty and nutritious soup with potatoes, cheddar cheese, red bell peppers, and green onions. Nutritionally, there's some of your nutritional facts there if you're interested in those. 2 servings, not a ton of calories, but as always a lot of sodium. Ingredients, I do like the ingredients list is pretty light. So potato flakes, sharp cheddar cheese powder, potato starch, onion granules, whey powder, low sodium salt, instant non-fat milk powder, garlic granules, mixed red and green bell peppers, which seems to be pretty common in a lot of freeze-dried rations. They're continually adding more peppers for some reason. Basil, which seems a little bit weird for a potato soup. I would have thought like thyme or like a very small bit of sage, but basil? I mean, like a tomato basil soup, that's a different story, but potato basil, I don't know about that. But hopefully it doesn't become overpowering. And then minced green onion. So when I was sick, when I was little, story time, my grandma would make it was a very thin potato soup. And it wasn't when you had like a cold or little sniffles or even the flu. It was like when you were real sick. And it was just a real hearty comfort food that just made you feel good, especially when you're feeling bad. So I don't necessarily expect that out of this, but when I saw it on the shelf, I went down to my local Cabela's and had a coupon and like whatever, 10-15% off, and it's like, hey, what do they got in the ration aisle? And I actually found 2 new things, and then this has been around, but again, it just sounded really good. But when I saw it, I was like, that'd be a good one to try out, because I haven't tried it out yet. But it's a cold day here, and a nice hearty potato soup will cure what ails you on a nice cold day. So let's open her up and get it started. Oh, hey, look at that, right on top. Don't make any mistake about keeping that in there. I've done that before. I've done that more than once. Forgot about it, and heck, even left it the entire time. Let's give it a sniff. It smells good. It kind of smells like like sour cream and Parmesan. Now, the instructions call for 2 cups of water, which is pretty typical. I'm going to add in probably more than I normally would, because this is, it's already getting thicker. So this is probably a nice thick soup. Get that off that spoon there. But I kind of want a little bit thinner, because I want a thin soup. So this little holding vessel that I use here is 2 cups, 2 cups. So we're 500 milliliters. And normally I don't want to add the whole thing, but I'm going to do that today. And then I'm going to check back. Ooh, there's a lot of lumpies in there. I could use a whisk. But I'm going to come back to this and maybe add more. Maybe add more than that. I don't know. I want a soupy consistency. At least that's what I'm going to shoot for. So we're going to button this up, let it sit for about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and check it, re-stir, and see if I need to add more water. But generally it should be done at about 8 to 12. So, all right, let's fast forward a little bit in a snap. All right, so I did add a little bit more water to the soup. The 2 cups made it kind of the consistency of a runny mashed potato, but I wanted it a little bit more soupy, so I would say about maybe, I don't know, 1.25 cups, I guess. That'd probably be a good approximation. Now, one thing you have to bear in mind, ooh, soupy, is that freeze-dried meals can lose a bit of taste, or can seem a little lackluster. and the more you water them down, sometimes the less taste you're gonna get. And there are certain ones, and I think a few AlpineAires that I had really early on almost overcompensated for taste. So sometimes you might even have to doctor these up, but you know, at the end of the day, it'll still be a nice hot meal wherever you may roam. So a little soup action, a little on the hand, still a little drippy. Okay, I'm digging that. So first, still pretty lumpy. Like, not everything really. Actually, there's a giant lump right there. I missed it. It's gone. Anyway, there's several lumps in here. There's one. You know, can't really see it very well, but anyway, it's lumpy. So the potato flakes didn't really mix very well. But honestly, that gives you a little bit of a textural component, because without that, the soup would just be very soupy. There's no meat, there's no chunks of potatoes. The red and green bell peppers are actually very, very few. You can see some of the red bits in there, maybe. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. And I think maybe a symptom of me watering it down, probably could use more pepper, just a pinch of salt. I would even think about a little bit more garlic. You can definitely taste the onion, although it's a bit muted. But you know, it's definitely pretty classic potato and onion and, you know, milk. Not a ton of cheese flavor. You know, not a ton of cheese flavor, but it's just a little bit on the back end. But I would be perfectly happy just sitting down eating a bowl of this, especially if I was out on trail or something on a cold day. I would be down. I'd be down. Now on the trail, I might leave it a little bit, you know, a little bit less runny. But you know, just where I'm at right now, I wanted more of a soup. All right. Well, there you go. Creamy potato cheddar soup from AlpineAire. I think this is a winner. Might need a slight bit of doctoring. Heck, you know what? Honestly, even a shake of Tabasco sauce might go pretty good in here. Give it a little bit of a spicy edge. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. But I just want to thank all you guys for watching. Thank you to all the subscribers. You guys are awesome. If you haven't subscribed yet and want to see a weekly video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed yourself, and leave a comment down below if you have anything to say, and I will try and get back to you. But anyway, folks, you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will catch you down the road.